Hello friends, this is Stitchy Witchy B. I'm B. My pronouns are she, her. Today is August 31st, 2025, and this is going to be a Flosstube video. Welcome if you're new. Thank you for stopping by. There's, I know, a ton of options for Flosstubers, so anytime you can give me, I really appreciate. If you're new here, this is a channel about and for cross-stitching. I don't have a ton to talk about this time around, so we're just going to keep it same as last month, just easy breezy, short, to the point. It'll just be about projects I've worked on this month and then plans, so I will not be doing a factor tarot card pull or anything like that. This month I worked on 3 projects, and one of them was a start and a finish. The other 2 were restarts, so that is a thing. The start and finish was another Owl Forest embroidery. Last month I did the harvest season tomatoes. This month I did Grandma and Eggs proverb. Don't teach your grandmother to suck eggs. And I did double check this time. There was only a tiny bit of back stitch in the lettering. I did get that done. Thank you, Giselle, for pointing out last month I did not get some of the back stitching done. I haven't gone back to finish that, but I did see that. I will be resolving that. This was done using Owl Forest embroidery threads. I did it on 18 count Oops by BeStitchMe, which is just a kind of a mist dye that they had. I really love this fabric. The white does ghost a bit, although in this particular lighting, hopefully the ring light isn't totally blowing it out. In person, the white is showing up much better. I've considered doing a bit of like a really light gray backstitch around the major parts of it just to see if that'll help bring it out more, but I am pretty happy with it overall. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. But I am very happy with this. It was a nice, cute little piece. It was less than 5,000 stitches. Yeah, just a really nice little project. And then the restarts, I'd mentioned last month I was thinking about restarting this, or working on it some more at least. I got maybe 5 stitches in on the bit I had done and was like, no, I'm not happy with this fabric. Which is this is the 3rd time I've restarted it. Neither of the first 2 I got very far. So I do I've made much better progress. This is the Cryptonaturalist sampler by Screaming Heart Designs, based off of a quote by somebody whose handle is the Cryptonaturalist. It's quite a big piece overall. I'm still doing the same thread that I was doing, but I've changed, again, the fabric. The first one I did was a really neutral, kind of light gray or pearly gray linen, but it was that type that's almost see-through. I just really was not enjoying it at all. And then I tried doing it on, I think, Phantom by Picture This Plus, also a linen. And I really struggle with linen. And even when I use a hoop, my stitches are still, it's touch and go, hit or miss with me, whether or not I like how the stitches look. And because this is a larger project, I think it's 12,000 stitches or something like that, 12 or 15, I really wanted to make sure it was something I was going to enjoy all of the stitching on. This is the full width. The fabric is 32 count Devil's Kiss by XJuDesigns. It is stunning. It's showing up a little bit more orangey in the viewfinder, and let's see, actually, hold on. That's closer to the actual color. Yeah. A more warm red instead of orange. Yeah, that's a good, okay. And I'm doing this with Cape Cod Cottage by Valdani. It's a variegated floss. I'm doing it 2/2. just to get really good coverage. I'm not being super precious about the variegation. I'm just kind of having fun letting it do what it wants to do. But I am enjoying it much more than I was before. I will be eventually adding in little pops of color using 676 by DMC for like some of these almost floral designs or things like that. I think that'll help bring that out a bit more. And then I also restarted, I think I briefly mentioned this last month as well. I decided to go ahead and restart Wouldst Thou Like to Live Deliciously by the Witchy Stitcher. I'm doing it now. It was just on a like light brown 14 count Ada. And I'm doing it now on, oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. This is 20 count Muddy Puddles by BeStitchMe. I'm so happy with this fabric. Let's see, it's mostly showing up right in terms of color. It's just this dingy, murky, it's so pretty. It's so perfect for this. Yes, Wouldst Thou Like to Live Deliciously by the Witchy Stitcher, Muddy Puddles by BeStitchMe. I'm just using black, a random red that I have. I'm not being too finicky about it. And this is from the movie The Witch, which is a favorite movie of mine. It's very weird. It's very, very weird. It's very unsettling. It's fantastic, though. I really like it. But that's it for stitching this month. I really didn't do a ton. Like I said, in terms of the amount of stitching, it wasn't where I would have hoped it would be. But it also wasn't as bad as it could have been. So kind of right in the middle on that. Things at work have been really mentally exhausting, and I'm adjusting to some medication changes. So it does all make sense that it wouldn't be fantastic. And why I've spent more time than I would like doom scrolling or just generally disassociating. I do, however, have 2 big plans for September. My birthday is in September, and so are birthdays for a few friends of mine, one of whom is also on Flosstube. For my birthday, I'm going to start, let me get it out of the bag. It's not a unicorn project because it isn't hard to find or anything, but it is very much one of those projects where I've been a little bit intimidated by it, but I really want to do it. Dun, da, da, da. Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. No, we're just going to get some glare on that particular panel. By Carriage House Samplings. It's a big boy. It's going to be a big project, but I've been wanting to do a Hawk Run Hollow piece for a while. You see them around on a lot of people's floss tubes. They are so beautiful. They're so fun. And I finally decided, you know what? It's my birthday. We're gonna pull the trigger. I used a bit of birthday funds to splurge on the NPI silks for this. I am changing up slightly on the fabric. It was originally kind of recommended to do on linen. I tried to find some even weave that might work, or a higher count Ada. Ultimately, what ended up happening, just by pure happenstance, my BeStitchMe for either this month or last month came in, and I think it's going to be perfect. It's this kind of buttery colored Ada. It is 18 count What the Hay by BeStitchMe. I think it'll be really great. Let's bring that picture back for what is kind of called for. There were only 2 colors that looked like they might ghost a tiny bit, but both of them were used really, really frugally or in places where it wouldn't be just up against the actual fabric. So I don't think it'll be an issue ultimately to go ahead and get that done on this. So I'm very excited about that. And then for on YouTube, her handle is Stitching Down the Rabbit Hole. Her name is Heidi. Her birthday is on the 11th. So a few of us have decided to do, for a couple of us, it's our first Heaven and Earth design project, or HAID. For a couple of people, they've done others, but we're going to work on some of the like shelves projects by Amy Stewart. I think, if I remember right, Heidi is doing the museum shelves, or the museum, well, I can't remember the official name. I will be doing Once Upon a Fairy Tale. That is the one I've decided to do. I'm going to do that just on 25 count easy grid. And to simplify things a little bit, I only focused on what I would need to do the first top leftmost page in terms of floss. So I've only gotten anything that's in that first page. If it's not the first page, I don't care about it right now. I'm not going to concern myself with that at this exact moment in time. So I'm just going to do this on 25 count, try to reduce the size a little bit. 25, I've done a little bit on 28 count, 1/1. I'm still getting used to it. I'm not the biggest fan of my stitches on it, but I'm much more familiar with 25 count. I feel much more comfortable there, so I think this will be a good option, and this will help keep me on target a little bit better for such a big project. Other than this, I did sign up for the Twigs and Tea Stitch Along by Fine Frog Stitching. I haven't started that yet. I might do that. That might be what I do this afternoon, evening, before, basically at midnight, starting Hawk Run Hollow, because that's the kind of person I am. But I might go ahead and get started on Twigs and Tea, because I have everything I need for it. I just need to actually get started on it. But yeah, so like I said, it's a really slow month. Looking forward to next month a lot, between those, these two big projects, and then just really focusing on only things that, I'm very much a mood stitcher anyway, but I really want to do only things that are going to bring me a lot of joy this month. Things are going to still be busy at work for at least the next week or two, so I know my brain has been mush, will continue to be mush. The only kind of nice little thing is I have been doing a little bit of creative writing for the first time in a while. I'm not intending on doing anything with it. It's just nice to actually feel like I can. But those have been in fits and spurts, and it makes the mush times that much more obvious when my brain doesn't want to cooperate, compared to when it will at least let me do a little bit of writing. But yeah, thank you again for being here. I really do appreciate your time and attention. Pretty much anytime I'm at an event or talking to other people, they're like, oh yeah, I really like all the people that I'm following, but there's so many, it's so easy to get behind. So again, any time and attention you guys give really means a lot. Try to enjoy the cooler weather if you're in an area that finally got some. Fall is almost here, and I'm so excited for it. But yeah, try to remember to get enough water, stay safe, focus on what makes you happy, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.